It's a really big tree. Sorry, that was just a fly getting in my mouth. Loving, loving, loving it. So I'm just about to leave the Pemberton Hotel. Wasn't feeling too well in the early hours of the morning, so I'm about 2 hours late leaving. I think it's because I didn't have any caffeine yesterday afternoon. So heading towards Northcliffe today. I have something booked in Northcliffe. I will be passing by a local, I suppose, a site called the Gloucester Tree. So that will be my first visit this morning. Finding it hard getting going in the mornings, getting the motivation to go. I really do need to work on that because I can't afford to be this late leaving each day. It just puts the pressure on me at the end of the day to get everything done. Anyhow, bikey already, and let's hit the trail. Starting out the day, just riding past the Pemberton Hotel where I spent the night last night. Not feeling it as always in the mornings. You know, maybe if you're travelling with another person, you can both motivate one another to get started, but what is the time? 9 o'clock start. That's 2 hours later than what I wanted. Okay, so the creek is still in my pedal, so it is not the where it connects to the crank. There's something else going on here. Why do you have to start the day with a bloody great big effing hill? My legs aren't up for this first thing in the morning. Really does shit me. I'm just tired. I'm always tired in the morning. So this is where there's a paved cycle path through to the Gloucester Tree that keeps you off the road. So I've arrived at the Gloucester Tree. I believe they are restoring it and putting a walkway around the side that's a lot safer than the original pegs that they had going up the side. Again, it's all closed off for renovations. So back onto the trail and heading off to Northcliffe. So we're just looping back around near where the Gloucester Tree is. So just down there was where the zigzags that come down from the Gloucester Tree come out. So I opted to take the road section. But if you're a mad keen mountain biker and you like a bit of a thrill, apparently that's awesome to come down those switchbacks. Very steep, but apparently lots of fun if you're a mad keen mountain biker. Okay, a few more thoughts from the trail. Had a bit of a tough morning, as you can gather. Find it so hard getting happy and motivated in the morning, especially when I'm trying to get out of a town. I had a terrible sleep last night in that hotel. Just couldn't sleep, my mind was buzzing. Panadol didn't help. I took 2 more Panadol this morning, which seems to have softened the headache. But yeah, back to thoughts from the trail. I should never ever for one moment regret being out here. It's a privilege. Not many people can afford to take the time or afford the cost of getting yourself out here. There is nowhere like this that I've ever been before. This is amazing. This is the only place in Australia of its size, and I think it's the 3rd biggest in the world for off-road riding, contiguous with just a few little sealed roads dotted here and there. So, thought for the day: never ever forget how privileged I am to be out here, to have a beautiful sunny day, to be meeting these amazing people I'm meeting, to push my body to the limit, to push my mind beyond what I believe I can do, yes, that's my thought for the day, and I need to keep my legs pedaling with that as my mantra for the day. Another one of these long avenues of green that frame everything. The thing about Western Australian roads, the back roads, they're absolutely massive. Super wide, very well groomed, probably used a lot, I think, by mining, I don't know, or timber. Yeah, but they're massive. Look at the size of it. But I'm going down here. That's better. Not sure whether we've got a way around this one. I hope we do. I will try and woman handle it. Without catching my foot. No. Right. Jesus Christ. Come on. That was hard. Stay and we'll go back. It's a really big tree. We'll go back. It was on the wrong side again. See, these are really good. They're nice and small and they're actually quite light. Even though I grizzle and complain about how heavy it is, but look, very, very light. When you're riding with someone else, things like this become a little bit easier. They're on now. Oh, thank God. That was a mission. Can't believe it took me that long. I might even just leave the bike there and take a photo. Oh. Okay, so I stopped for a pee here before, and I took my bum bag off, dropped it on the ground, did the pee, took off without my bum bag. Thankfully it's only like 100 metres up there that I encountered that big heavy log, that big log I had to load the bike over, and that's when I realised I didn't have it. So making some really stupid mistakes today. Yep. So I just need to be a little bit more careful. Can you imagine if that had been like, I don't know, I kept on going, that tree wasn't there. I've just got to be grateful that the tree was there. Back at the bike after a lucky break. If this wasn't here, I would have ridden on and on and on without realising I had left my bum bag. I wish you were here when I came over. Bloody hell. That was my first mistake of the day. Oh yeah. That's how you do it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right. Awesome. There you go. Cool. That was easy.
This is the most Munda Biddians I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. We were all together yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah.
What do you call a group of Munda Biddians? We'll have to give a
Munda Biddi.
Collective noun for Munda Biddians.
So we've reached River Road Bridge. This is one of the icons or landmarks on the trail. We can ride over this one. So it still looks like it's got a lot of the original cross beams here, plus the surface looks to be original as well. So this is in pretty good nick, to be honest. They can't have too many big floods through here because it's usually the floods that take out these old bridges. Love it. A bit of a bump here. Kutunka. Kutunk. Ow. She's a bumpy one, team. Ooh, it's rough. Yeah. Ooh, clunk. Just going for a wee look underneath the bridge, making sure I don't fall over. There we go. Just leaving the River Road Bridge. Nah, leg's not doing it. So just a bit of a walk for me out of the River Road Bridge. Now we're on another lovely sweet rolly downhill. Temperature's just perfect. Sunshine dappling through the trees. Who could ask for more? So after coming out of the River Road Bridge, we had a bit of a slog uphill. Well, it's a slog for me anyway. But look at the payoff. Absolutely beautiful. We're going through this Karri forest. Nice double track. Well, it's probably a road. I just got to not stop moving because I find every time I stop and restart, my legs, the lactic acid, totally takes my legs out. Very uncomfortable. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. So the best thing is not to stop, just to keep on going. The minute you stop, when you start again, you get that pain. Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Amazing, aren't they?
Oh, it's so beautiful. That's one big tree. One big tree. How could you not stop and admire that one? Oh, look at this. They just go up and up and forever. They're absolutely stunning. Ooh, gotta go over this. Oisha. Whoosh. Hang on, not quite. Whoosh. Got in. Now you can't tell me that's not worth it for this. Now for something completely different, just some light sand. Again, another turn in the Munda Biddi and you get a whole new trail surface and a whole new landscape of greenery. Actually the sand is very light, it's quite easy to push through. It's starting to open up a bit on my right, so I'm thinking we're getting out of this bush and into possibly plantation or maybe agricultural area here on my right, and this is on the way through to Northcliffe. Opened up area here and it looks like plantation forestry on the other side, whereas what we've just come through is scrub and bush. Here we go, all opened up. There's a lot of gravel road climbing today and they're all about 6 to 11% and they go on for a minimum of like 200 plus meters. And it's a little bit draining, to be honest. You just got to get the job done though, I guess. Can't hang about here all day. Sorry, that was just a fly getting in my mouth. One of millions. I suppose I don't need to worry about getting a dinner tonight. The number of flies that have inadvertently ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's hard though to keep your mouth closed sometimes, because if you get short of breath, you really need to take those big deep breaths just to get that oxygen back into your body again, and that's when the flies get in. Okay, we got a small downhill after a series of very long climbs on gravel roads, but still, you still got to climb up them, don't you? Regardless. So we just turned off that big gravel road to take a corner, a shortcut trail corner between the two roads, and we're back in this beautiful single track again, and it's nice and wide, and the surface is very grippy and flat. There's not so many branches on this one, so it is just a little lovely little section of trail. That's a smart sign, because all the riders coming through here would be very tempted by beds and warm showers. So we're now back in rural land, lots of agriculture, open spaces. We still have the trees lining the path, but it's definitely opened out a bit more, and the riding has become easier. So just past that lovely farm with all the geese and cattle, we're sort of popping back into the forest again, and we have a lovely downhill. Certainly a little bit more rural than before, and a little bit more agriculture happening. Orchards, plantations of some description. Not quite sure what those trees are on my right. I'm recording a lot of this today because this forest is just amazing, and I'm pretty sure what I'm videoing isn't doing it justice. It's just amazing being here. It's so fresh, and also too, this is the best time of day for me to ride. It's about, mid-afternoon, and personally I just prefer starting late and riding into the afternoon, as long as you have your accommodation sorted, which I have tonight. Along here is every possible colour of wildflower. We've got the purple, we've got the orange and purple. Back there we had the blue, we've had the white ones. They're just growing absolutely everywhere, and they're just so delicate, they're so small and so beautiful. And there's a scent in the air too. A lot of bees, they're busily making their honey. I imagine there's quite a strong honey industry here. I must look that up at some point. I mean, look, there's purple, there's the orange, there's like a reddy, cyany, and like a cerise colour. Look at the size of that trunk of that tree. Okay, can't get anywhere if we faff round looking at wildflowers. Got to get on my bike and get off to Northcliffe. See the purple flowers everywhere in the undergrowth here. And we're just coming up. There was a little creek we just crossed over then. So we're going to have a climb. Look at the beautiful colours. Got a little bit of a muddy puddle here. Where has everyone else gone? Can we go this way? You can. Possibly. Do not want to get muddy feet. Oh man. Ooh, bit manky. Don't get your feet wet. Oh. Ew. Bam. Totally different landscape. It's amazing. Just from one nanosecond to the next, it just changes. It's just gorgeous. Loving, loving, loving it. It's got sort of like a, feel like we're getting sort of closer to the sea type feel about it, even though we're probably not. There's still quite a distance. But I don't know, feeling like ocean, we've got a bit of ocean breeze coming our way. I know it's way, way too soon, but you can certainly feel it. What do we do? Oh yeah, swamp, swamp. Quite a bit of water lying here. There can't be much drainage. Whoop. Come on, under we go. Oh. Whee! Like the chicanes, isn't it? I prefer not to ride through them because the bike's got enough creaks and bloody croaks. And here we go, right through this one. Trying to avoid getting water in the bottom bracket because I've been having a bit of problem with creaking noise coming from down there, so I'm not quite sure what's causing that. Got about 8k to go to Northcliffe, so not long to go now. It's been a very pleasant day, apart from me being a bit of a grumpy bum to start with, but that's nothing unusual. Ooh, swamp rat. Beautiful. I've got to stop saying how beautiful is that, but really, in the middle of the forest, the colours, the scents, it's just beautiful. We pop out into more rural land and more puddles. Okay, where are you going to go this time, Kathleen Mary? I reckon I was going to go straight through here and then cut across here. Whoop-de-doop. And then, whoops, oh, where did we all go? Oh, probably should have. We are now on a main road, or about to turn onto a main road. So when I get onto any sort of roads, I put my flashy light on just to make sure everyone can see me heading down that way. So for some reason this guy's just stopped here. Ooh. Thanks, buddy. Morning. Well, afternoon actually. Yeah. Hello, girls. See the cows? Off. Whew! Bloody flies everywhere. Probably milking time. Little dam just off there on the left. I'm going fast enough now to lose my flies, thankfully. They're really annoying. Did I say the flies were annoying? Bring a mesh net. The only problem is it's a little bit uncomfortable to cycle in. especially if you're wearing a brim like I am. Good for lunch stops though, stops them stealing your lunch. We've just turned off the main road there and we're taking like a off-road shortcut, like a triangle shortcut that will lead us into Northcliffe and has taken us off a, really it's not a busy road but it's a paved road. This is far more enjoyable to cycle on. I've just got to stop and just show you the view. Probably about 4k from Northcliffe now. Not long to go. A wee bit confusing, but methinks we go this. Oh shit! Go this way. Oh yeah. Good lord! It's like bloody Sound of Music, isn't it? I can see this. I can see a sign. My guess is we go this way. It definitely said go straight ahead here, but it sort of doesn't feel right. The little sign on here is for the Biberman. I'll just keep going anyway. We're basically heading in the right direction. I'm imagining I can see bicycle tracks. So I'm guessing others have come this way. Yeah, I can see bicycle tracks, so we're on track. Let's come across this here. I'm just going to go under it because I have no idea where I am. After getting lost, breaking a... someone had a rope across the trail, so I put that down. We are back on track again. Look at this beautiful... Oh, we have a bridge. We do have a bridge I can go over, but oh, seriously. We've just, oops, yucca. We've just been down to the creek and looks like we can, oh my goodness. Ooh. We can get across this little bridge here. I think this is part of the Biberman track. Look at that tree, look at the moss on it. How pretty. Watch your feet, Kathy. That tree is massive. Hollowed out, and she's still alive. Getting closer and closer, less than a K is my guesstimate before we roll into Northcliffe and get an ice cream. Yum, Magnum. Dipped in chocolate. Yum, yum. Let's go. You know what? I almost missed again. Because you know why? I was thinking of chocolate ice creams. That was my problem. Stop thinking about ice creams and just get on with it. Northcliffe or bust. My favourite time of the day. About 4 p.m. The light just plays nicely through the forest. Not in a hurry. This is what I'm here for. It's more than a bike ride for me. Long story. Can't stop pressing record. Every time I go around a corner there's just another stunning vista. These trees are a lot bigger than they look on the video, I'm telling you. There's a shelter here, there's toilets. Not quite sure Oh, wow. Okay. So here was me looking everywhere to put my bike, lean my bike, and we've got somewhere here basically to lean our bike while we admire this amazing tree, which is massive and it's still alive. Well, we're not far from town now. This is where we are here, and we just got to find our way here into town. Quite a few walking trails around here. Okay, we're on our way to the town centre of Northcliffe. Welcome to Northcliffe. I just did an itchy boots there. Probably perhaps not as enthusiastically as what she does, but still it's nice to get here. And it's only 4 o'clock. Got plenty of time to settle in. The shop's apparently open till 7 o'clock, so an ice cream or a coffee, if they serve coffee, would go down exceptionally well. Now remember what happened last time you talked about ice creams. You missed your turn, didn't you? Try not to think about ice creams or cups of coffee. Try not to think about missing turns. We are almost in town. This is just such a sweet part of the day. It's been a good day today. It started out really dodgy, but it's turned out to be quite a nice day. Now, Jenny and Jim are staying at the same pub as me, which is, looks like it's just here on my right, so that's where I'm staying. Yeah, I'll just ride on down here to the general store as advised and hook on to the town's internet. Here we go, the general store. So the pub is closed, but apparently we've got the place to ourselves. So they said go round the back. So round the back I am. Whee! Whee! Here we go. And there should be an envelope. Here we go. Hotel 12. Number 12. Ta-da! Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Got a wee fridge. My receipt. What? No milk? This is all right. You cannot complain about this.